Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Flawless Fantasy Football. As you can see, this video is titled Late Round Gems, but not just any late round gems. We're talking players that are currently outside of the top 100 in ADP. So yes, your boy had to go digging deep. But I'm going to give you guys three players from each position. Most of these guys are going undrafted, but I'm going to spotlight them today because they need some love. Let's get into the video. Before we jump into the content, gentlemen, just a quick reminder. If you get any value out of this video, any type of substance, anything you can take with you in your drafts that can make you raise an eyebrow, feel free to press like or comment in the comment section. The more engagement I get from you guys, the more motivated I feel to make more videos, okay? This is a two-way street, my man. Two-way street, all right? So I appreciate you guys listening off rip. I want to let you know that in advance. And if you're new and you're getting any type of substance or you like this content, feel free to press subscribe and join the community, all right? We give a different perspective. We just don't go throwing analytics everywhere and hoping for the best, So we, on this platform, in this community, I give a different insight, and I don't necessarily rock with the mainstream, but for good reason. So let's get into it. Let's start with the quarterbacks. It all starts with the quarterback, right? So let's start with the quarterbacks. This quarterback is currently QB 18 on the quarterback list. He actually has a high ceiling. Nobody knows what to expect from him. And he's 138th overall. So basically, even in 12-team leagues, that's putting him in like the 13th round, almost 14th round. So in 10-man leagues, he'll still get drafted, but he'll get drafted as someone's quarterback too for upside. And I think he'll get drafted all over the place, really, as someone's quarterback too. But he's number 138 overall. All of these possible gems, are going to be outside of the top 100. All of them. Okay? So I couldn't add Tua because Tua was currently, as of the time of this recording, was number 100 on the ADP overall. So he is exempt. This quarterback, QB 18, 138th overall, actually has a pretty positive 4-star ease of schedule for quarterbacks. But he can definitely be a late round gem to help people win fantasy championships this year. You're going to have to wait and see. But this quarterback is no other than Mr. Anthony Deshaun Richardson. Anthony Richardson, ladies and gentlemen, quarterback for the Indianapolis Colts. He's the QB1 on the team. I can't wait to see. There's mixed reviews with this guy coming out of Florida, rookie, exceptional athlete. He mirrors Lamar Jackson a lot, able to run, accuracy not that good, kind of like, got that gun of an arm. We're going to have to see. We got Michael Pittman. You got a nice run game over there. You got a sound defense. I can't wait to see what happens. I believe that his presence will help Jonathan Taylor a lot, but we'll see. Anthony Richardson could be a league winner this year. He is the QB1 gem outside of the top 100. Let's move on to number 2. This quarterback is currently QB 21. QB 21. You're like, God, Flawless, you're about to meet somebody that sucks. Well, we don't know. We don't know, guys. We really don't. He's currently listed as QB 21, 162nd overall. That's deep. He'll probably go undrafted. I think he'll go undrafted, especially in 10-man leagues, he'll go undrafted. But he has a 5-star schedule for quarterbacks. And I just believe he can get it done. He's a dark horse for me. I believe they have a great system over there. I believe in it. The team and the organization. I don't see how he basically can flop based with the weapons that on that team. I really can't. I think he had time to sit back and learn. Having said all of that, the number 2 quarterback on this list, the second quarterback on this list for the gyms outside of the top 100 is no other than Mr. Jordan Alexander Love. Yes, Jordan Love, everybody. I believe with this young man here, with the young wide receivers over there, and with Aaron Jones, and I think he can move enough to where he can get some yards and that probably average 25, 30 yards a game. I like Jordan. Look, nobody knows. That's the beauty of Jordan Love. That's the beauty of some of these players. You're like, oh, I don't know. So they put the proven commodities with a modest ceiling over them. I wouldn't. We've seen people have made this mistake before. They'll go and be down on players, then wait till they pop, and then they'll try to go get them. No. Instead of picking I recommend you guys, instead of picking some meddling freaking wide receiver that's never going to play on your team, pick a player that has massive upside. And hold them for 2 weeks, and if you don't show nothing, shake them. But don't be picking the freaking fourth freaking wide receiver for Browns or nothing. The old players, the fourth wide receiver for the Saints and this type of crap, or the third wide receiver for the Saints. Don't waste your pick on those guys. Get league winner type guys that are still out there on the waiver wire. Okay, so number 3, we're going to jump right to the third quarterback. Third quarterback, currently listed as the QB 28, going 226 overall, basically undamaged drafted. And that is no other than yours truly, Brock Purdy. My man, Brock Purdy. Y'all saw Brock Purdy last year. I don't believe he was hurt. We ain't gonna get into that, to the newer folk. I believe Brock Purdy will be the QB1 for San Francisco starting the year. And with those weapons, with Debo, with Ayuk, with the tight end, man, listen, and with CMC coming out of the backfield, come on, man. Brock Purdy going to have a nice season, pending his help. And I believe he's perfectly healthy, and San Fran going to show y'all the money. All right? You heard it here first. All right, so the 3 quarterbacks that are gems outside of the top 100, Anthony Richardson, Jordan Love, and Brock Purdy. These guys 2 of those guys, Jordan Love and Brock Purdy, will definitely go undrafted, but keep your eyes on them. All right? So let's move on to the running backs. Now, these running backs here, man, definitely I believe they have upside. Things are going to have to fall right for them, but let's get right into it. Number 1, currently going as the running back number 41. The running back 41 and going 117 overall. This is crazy because this gentleman scored 10 total TDs last year. He had 9 receiving TDs. He had 512 receiving yards, 56 catches. Yes, sir. No other than Jerick McKinnon, everyone. Jerick McKinnon for the Kansas City Chiefs. Here's the deal, all right? Yes. Do we have Isaiah Pacheco there that's nursing an injury and stuff like that? Yes. Is he young? Yes. You have CEH, but guess what? CEH doesn't exist to me. They trust Jerick McKinnon. The guy had 10 total touchdowns, 9 receiving, guys. That's nothing to freaking scout. And let's say if something happens to Pacheco where he gets nicked up, we don't know. We know how hard he runs, and which is good. But we also don't. We know how Kansas City is too. They like to split it up. Like, the days of the Jamal Charles stuff is gone. They'll split these stuffs up. But they trust Jerick McKinnon. He's running back 41 right now, number 117 overall. He can easily be a gem for 2023. Let's go to next. Now, this gentleman here is currently the RB 47 overall. RB number 47 and number 134th overall. They brought this player over. He came from an elite team. I believe that's tough. I'm going to say he's going to start. I'm going to say he's going to start over the second-year running back. That running back that I'm speaking of now, that's currently running back 47 and 34th overall, is no other than Devin Singletary. Yes, Devin Singletary. I believe he'll start over Dameon Pierce, and even if he doesn't, they'll split it well, and we already know Dameon Pierce don't catch. Dameon Pierce can't catch a cold. He's good. He can't catch chlamydia in the strip club. Straight the hell up. And I believe DeMeco Ryans will use both of them, but as far as versatility-wise, Devin Singletary be getting to work, and especially if they're losing, and if they get in boat race, Devin Singletary is going to be in the game more times than not. I believe he has way more value than Dameon Pierce, and it's unfortunate, but I believe DeMeco Ryans, head coach DeMeco Ryans, will use Devin Singletary more. So he's the second running back. The third running back, listen. See, a lot of these guys won't tell you this, guys. Listen. But listen. I have a man crush on this dude. Okay? Straight up. I have a man crush on the dude. I ain't much going to hold you. And I'm not afraid of the other clowns that they brought to the team. I'm really not. I know it's a crowded backfield. I know the quarterback like to run. This dude is currently running back 51. Number 150th overall. They got 50 running backs ahead of him. But they've shown that they trust this guy in crunch time. They trust him in elite games, important games. The lead running back's gone. He got his own freaking show on another team. People are believing that listen, this running back I'm speaking of, this RB51, is no other than Mr. Kenneth Gainwell. That's right. I love Kenneth Gainwell. You guys should know that already. I've talked about him before. I'm not going to give up on him. I'm just telling you. So at least I'm telling you I'm biased towards him. I don't want to be like, oh, I'm done with Kenneth. Then they're saying, there he goes. He's the starting back, and I gave up on him. I'm not scared of Penny because he freaking, fine China. And I'm not scared of Swift because he's freaking fine China as well. Both of these dudes are freaking porcelain as hell. And I am not in the only person is gonna, and you got Scott still over there. You got Scott, and also got Trey Sermon for some reason. I don't think he'll make the team. But this is going to be Gainwell's doggone backfield sooner than later once the chips fall down. And I love Kenneth Gainwell. He's currently the running back 51. And if he hits on that team, he will be a freaking nice late round gem. And he'll be causing problems for the opposition fantasy football wise. So those are the three running backs, late round gems. 1, Jared McKinnon. 2, Devin Singletary. And 3, Kenneth Gainwell. My dog, Kenneth Gainwell. Not y'all dog, my dog, Kenneth Gainwell. I ain't much gonna hold you. So, let's get to the wide receivers. Everybody loves wide receivers. Oh, everybody, flawless game. We're finally here. Thank God. I got tired of listening to Flawless talk about running backs and crap quarterbacks that I'm not going to start in front of Josh, my beloved Josh. Let's get to the wide receivers. Now, this wide receiver here is he's currently listed as the wide receiver 64. 64, guys. Man, that's deep. If wide receivers in 12s, man, that's like a wide receiver, 8? In the wide receiver 8 bracket? That's wild. You know why? Because nobody's seen it. Nobody's seen it for the whole season. So guess what? They got to pay the price in the rankings. But at wide receiver 64 on the ADP and 148th overall, this dude's a star wide receiver. It's only just going to be him and his fellow opposite wide receiver that's going to be getting the vast majority of the targets. He should easily have over a 20% target share and may get the most, based on camp reports of having a rapport, might get the most catches on the team. This wide receiver is no other than Romeo Dobbs, wide receiver 64 currently on ADP. Could easily be the number 1 wide receiver for Green Bay Packers. And if he at wide receiver 64 and getting him so late, and if he's the possession guy, it's hard to tell though, because Christian Watson, they was throwing to Christian Watson like crazy last year, even down by the goal line to be on the 2. So it's hard to say, but it's only going to be those 2 dudes for the most part, getting all of the volume for the wide receivers. So Romeo Dobbs could be somebody that can have a very high ceiling, especially where he's getting drafted at. Romeo Dobbs, wide receiver number 1, currently wide receiver 64, number 148 overall. Wide receiver number 2. Now, y'all already know what time of day this was. And I tried to keep him off the list, but I wasn't going to put nobody on the list just because, I got to rock with this dude. Currently wide receiver 67. He's currently wide receiver 67 and 160th overall. That's crazy. And that wide receiver is no other than KJ Osborne Jr. at wide receiver 67. This is a mistake. He will vastly outproduce that. Vastly outproduce it. See, I know a lot of people are like, oh, that rookie that's coming. I'm not going to give him any props. I'm not going to say his name. Oh, he's going to take some of the. He ain't going to do jack. The rookie's already coming on the team with Justin Jefferson and KJ Osborne that's had huge games as well. You know what? They need to check themselves. The whole fantasy community is so up on this rookie's freaking job. Oh, well, remember Justin Jefferson, it took him a while to come in. Yeah, but Justin Jefferson wasn't already coming on a team where there was a Justin Jefferson at. Look, I believe this team's going to throw a lot more. Madison will be fine at the running back, but I just believe they're going to throw so much more. They got rid of Cook. I just think they're going to throw to their heart's content. And that rookie might get in there and get some slot work or some wide receiver 3 work on the team, but KJ Osborne is the man under there, and he's going to show y'all. I heard some people talking down on KJ Osborne. Remember I was telling y'all about KJ Osborne before, and then he started coming up in the blurbs and stuff like that. I was like, oh, now they want to get on board. Trying to tell you, boy, I got that insight. KJ Osborne, look out for him. Wide receiver 67. I ain't much trying to hear. Next, this wide receiver here. Now look, wide receiver 71. And I'm currently at 173rd overall. Look, I'm going to be honest with you. I like this guy. He has the build. He's tall. I believe he has hands. And he's physical. And this wide receiver, I don't like the scheme they run on the team, but I believe he's the number 1. They have crappy wide receivers over there. They always have. This wide receiver that I believe that could be a late round gem is Isaiah Hodgins. I like him a lot. Isaiah Hopkins for the New York Giants. I like this young man. He showed me everything I need to show. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not fond of the system, but that's my boy Derek's favorite team. So Derek, if you're listening to this, you did talk about your boy Hodgins. So look, I'm gonna give you props, and I'm gonna look at him, and I might even pick him up on a team or 2 this year. I ain't got to worry about nobody if you're listening to the league. But hey, Isaiah Hodgins is good. Man, I really like him. Hodgins, how do you pronounce his name? He is good. Hodgins. So the 3 wide receivers that could be late round gems are Romeo Dobbs, KJ Osborne, and Isaiah Hodgins. Woo! Those guys, I'm trying to tell you, watch. You're going to be like, dang, Flawless mentioned these guys on the late round gem show. I remember that. I think like 3 of them already popped off, and it'll be like week 5. Yeah. Say that to yourself. Now, let's get to the tight ends. Also, let me tell you something about Hodgins. Hodgins actually played for Buffalo. So he was over there with Josh and Diggs. So, he learned a little bit. He learned. That's another reason I like him, too, because he's able to watch and learn. Let's get to the tight ends. Wow. Now, the tight end 12 currently at 114 overall is the tight end for Houston, Texas, Okonkwo. So he is exempt. He is not on the list because he's tight end 12. So I had to go deeper. You ever had anybody actually tell you to go deeper, and you kept going deeper and deeper? I know this is it's a family friendly show. Let me stay PG. PG, okay. All right. Now, this tight end, I'm going to go tight end number 1. I like this tight end. And I looked at the team roster, depth chart, and they got this doggone guy being the tight end 2. When they got 2 other tight ends at the tight end 1. And I'm like, nah, this is some bull crap. This tight end is currently going off at the board as the tight end number 17 off the board and 149th overall, which is nonsense because he finished tight end number 8 last year. And that guy is no other than Juwan Johnson. Love Juwan Johnson this year. Love Juwan. I know it's a crowded room. Over there, okay? They got Adam Troutman, Taysom Hill. I want to say they got somebody else over there. I'm not sure it was. I don't know if it's Foster. I can't remember. It's a tight, but I don't care. Juwan Johnson is the type of tight end that can be the same type of tight end that Carr was throwing to when he was over there, Glass Boy that was throwing to over there in Oakland that had that good year. The Raiders that had that good year. I like Juwan Johnson. He can score. He showed it. And somebody else got to be getting the legit targets over there outside of Olave. And Juwan Johnson can really be it. I'm not worried about Troutman. He sucks. And Taysom Hill don't run routes like that. Juwan Johnson is the first tight end, late round gems. Remember, guys, he's the tight end. He was the tight end number 8 last year. That's saying something. Don't sleep on Juwan Johnson. Let's go deeper. Deeper. But before we go deeper, let's go ahead and make sure that like button is pressed. And make sure, if you're in the business of being in a Flawless Fantasy Football Listener League, that you be the first one in the comment section. There's already 6 players in. So, including myself. So, if you want to be number 7, you got to go to the comments and type in this. And make sure you come back before I can finish the tight end list, okay? All right? So you might want to go there. You might go there and damn, you already might see it. You know what I'm saying? But just come back to the tight end list. I got 2 more tight ends to talk about, right? If you want it on the listener league, the first person to type in for the 7th spot to type in, lucky number 7, will be the person that gets the Flawless Fantasy Football listener spot number 7. All right, now back to the video. The second tight end. I like this guy. Now, here the thing is, they've shown they like this guy. And he's shown he can get it done. Look, Lamar likes him too. He's currently the tight end 31. Tight end 31, man, that's like off the charts. Nobody's touching this guy. 246 overall. They need to be 2.5 whole drafts for anybody to pick him. And that tight end is no other than Mr. Isaiah Likely. He filled in admirably for Mr. Mark Andrews last year. Admirably. And I believe he can get it done this year. Especially, what if we see the best of Mark Andrews? What if? What if? People are going to be running to the waiver wire to pick up this dude like they were last year. And he performed well. And if they're throwing the ball a lot like they're supposed to be, they might be having both of them on the field anyway with the new coordinator, with the new offense. So Isaiah Likely, currently going as the tight end 31 overall on the 31 in the tight ends list and 246 overall, could be easily a sweet gem. Man, these are the gems that you want to take not the Jared, because they'll try to rip you off. Goldsmith, you want to go get that appraised. If he hits, that'll be good. Now I'm finna go deep. I ain't gonna lie. I'm putting the whole thrust in there. I'm putting the whole thrust in him. Okay? She's gonna wake up the neighbors when I drop it this deep. All right? Now here you go. I had to look for a tight end. I said, okay, look, who could hit? Who could hit? I saw all these pedestrian tight ends, these pedestrian, slow, yeah. I wouldn't start him on my worst enemy's fantasy team. But look, it's never happened yet. But with the new quarterback coming in, new rookie quarterback coming in, he's the tight end one on the team. And if it's anything like Lamar, this tight end, number 51 on the 50 tight ends before him that are going off, and 395th overall. This is the lowest player on the whole list. 395. You'd have to do 4 damn drafts to draft this dude with none of the others getting picked again. And that's no other than Mr. Big Mo Alley Cox, tight end for Indianapolis Colts. He is the tight end one for the team. He has a rookie quarterback over there, Anthony Richardson. Listen, Pittman is the one, okay? Then you got the rookie wide receiver that's over there. But if Big Mo Alley Cox end up, taking over the middle and he's getting those passes just like Andrews was getting them, man, look, don't say it can't happen, because if Anthony Richardson pops, I believe Mo Alley Cox will be a part of that whole deal. I really do. So I don't think he'll be like throwing slants to Pittman and stuff all the time. And no, it's going to be Mr. Big Mo Alley Cox. And I believe he can be a late round gem if things fell right for him and Anthony Richardson was about that life. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Late round gems, basically undrafted, outside of the top 100 overall. This is your boy Flawless, repping Flawless Fantasy Football. The place where you hear what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. We're going to get it done right, guys. I appreciate you guys for checking out the video. Good luck and congratulations. Whoever dropped in and put in lucky number 7 first in the comments, welcome aboard. Until the next time, guys, holla at your boy. Stay safe, stay flawless.